So let's talk about some of the details that have emerged now. Police allege they found homemade pipe bombs in the vehicle allegedly driven by Sajid and Naveed Akram to Bondi Beach last Sunday. Tell me about that.
Police discovered these homemade bombs. One was a tennis ball bomb, one was an IED, and a new piece of evidence that has emerged as part of these alleged facts is that they were actually, a number of the bombs were thrown into the crowd of Jewish people at Bondi Beach, and thank goodness they didn't go off.
Let's talk about some of the footage that was included in the police statement of fact. We've seen some stills from that allegedly shows Sajid and Naveed Akram undergoing firearms training. Tell me a bit about some of the other video that was allegedly found on Naveed's phone of them expressing their political and religious beliefs.
We haven't been given an exact date, but we're told in October sometime, and given that the video of them training, which we have stills from, is from late October, so around that time. There is a particular video where we're told they are sitting in front of a wood-panelled wall. They've got an image of the IS flag that's sort of plastered up behind them. They're sitting side by side. They've got 4 rifles next to them, and they're sort of giving their statement of what they plan to do at Bondi, what they see as their motivation. So we're not told much about exactly what they say in this video, and we haven't seen it. But the police facts state that they want to condemn the acts of Zionists. That's what they say is their motivation.
Over the last week, the New South Wales Police and the Australian Federal Police have come out very strongly and said they believe that Sajid and Naveed Akram were allegedly motivated by what they called an extremist Islamic ideology. That does seem to align with what you've been told is in this video and what appears in the police fact sheet that was released on Monday.
There are a number of statements in the fact sheet that say this is religiously motivated and based on an ISIS ideology. And also, when police were searching their car after this had all unfolded last Sunday, police facts state they found 2 ISIS flags which were hand painted. So it's like a black flag with white sort of paint drawn in the shape of an ISIS symbol.
The footage that appears in the police fact sheet isn't just footage that was allegedly discovered on Naveed Akram's phone. There is also CCTV footage. Where was that taken from, and what does it appear to show?
We have the CCTV footage from when they're leaving this Airbnb that they rented over a period from December 2nd to December 21. And it shows them leaving on December 14th, the morning of the attack. I think it's something like 2 a.m. And Naveed is carrying this bundle of sort of sheets and blankets in the shape of guns, it would appear. And they're put in the boot of the car. And throughout that day, we sort of get a sense of where they travel to. We meet them again in the pictures at about 6 p.m. They sort of pull over on the side of the road in Woollahra on their way to the attack, which we know now happens at 6:47. And they pull over, and it doesn't say it in the police facts, but from our research, we know that that's sort of almost directly across the road from a synagogue in Sydney. Sajid goes to the back of the car, opens the boot, and you can see sort of the ISIS flag that's sort of hanging there, which he would later, put in the front and the back windows of the car. We also have them in sort of a reconnaissance mission, I guess the police have alleged, in 2 days before this all unfolded, on December 12th in the evening. And they sort of just pull into the car park at Bondi Beach, and they park there. They walk up to the footbridge where we now know that this all unfolded. They sort of look over, as we know, 2 days later they would come back and, Australia would be different.
You mentioned that Sajid and Naveed Akram allegedly hired an Airbnb property in Campsie, which is in Western Sydney, not too far from Bonnyrigg, where their family home is. They were in and out of that property, as you said, over a period of weeks from the start of December. But police allege they had a cover story for where they were in the week leading up to the massacre. What did Sajid's wife and Naveed's mother tell police?
So when she was interviewed by police, she told them that she believed they were on a holiday in southern New South Wales. The police fact sheet doesn't say exactly where they were, but she says to police that she was called by her son, Naveed, every morning at about 10:30 a.m. and he would tell her what the plan was for that day.
Police and intelligence agencies have said in the lead up to the release of these court documents that Sajid and Naveed Akram travelled to the Philippines not too long before the massacre occurred. ISIS is known to be active in that region. Does the police fact sheet released on Monday say anything about that travel?
No, it doesn't say anything about the Philippines, and I'm sure a lot more will have to be added to the evidence and to this fact sheet in due course. But basically, we leave them in the fact sheet sort of in late October. They hire the Airbnb and then we don't meet them again until I think it's December 12th when they're on that reconnaissance mission. So there is that massive window where we now know that they were in the Philippines for a month in this area known for ISIS activity. And I'm sure a lot more of that will have to come out in police evidence in due course.